We're about halfway through the chapter of Rebooted Royale, and I wanted to go back to the past and review and take a look at the past seasons that we've had and see if they were good seasons or bad seasons, and pretty much looking back to see how much we have improved on them. Make sure to leave a like on this video, and let's get right into it. Oh my god, dude, this map brings back some bad memories. Okay. All of these locations, such as Whispering Woodland, they were good for my standards. The only problem with everything was that if you went on the second or third floors, you couldn't build on, like, see, I'm gonna try to build. I can't. I can't do anything. Oh, okay. And that was just because I didn't know what build off prop was. I just built everything as a prop. So that's why you couldn't build anything. And look, dude, look at these chests, dude. This is like before we have our own custom loot porn out. Like, I've had 2 item spawners, and you have the same chest, same mechanic, but when you press the button, you get a randomized weapon and heal or item out of these 2 item spawners. The only problem, as I said, with this is that this costed a lot of memory, and when we decided to do it the way we have it now, it actually took up a lot of memory because the item spawners cost 1,000, and this was before we had the thermometer abilities on normal islands. Okay, this is the overview map, and it has a decent amount of locations and landmarks, and honestly, this looks much cleaner than how the map looks now. This POI has gotten changed like every single season, but this is the OG location. It's called Ancient Aspects, and it is pretty empty. I don't really know why it's a location. It should just be a landmark. It isn't really that big, but everyone seemed to like this location, and I know a few people that landed here every single game. Dude, and this part of the jungle POI is also, it really brings me nostalgia, because when you look at the volcano, we also had big effect spawners with it, and it just looks really beautiful, and it just gives me really good vibes when I look at it. And here you have Mellow Market. Dude, this place, this whole jungle biome looks nice, but now that season 4 came, it looks like a pile of, okay, dude, the exotic shop, it wasn't a thing yet. I forgot, dude. I thought it was here during the start, but it actually came in season 2, dude. So literally, Mellow Markets was just its own POI. It didn't have no really special value to it, besides like the slurp barrels. Okay, dude, this is probably the best location on the map, and I can probably see why. Everyone came here just because there was a vault, and it was the only vault on the island, and this had to have been the worst location though, because it had 3 floors, and most of the chests were upstairs, and since everything was built as a prop, you couldn't build, so it was pretty much a 0 building. So this place was also frustrating to fight at, but if everything went well, you were able to get the keycard and go inside the vault, which we're gonna go inside right now. And all you got was a scar and some slurp barrels. I think it was something better before then, and maybe we changed it, or it just got changed in future seasons, but this is what you got, and it's a decent vault, I guess. And this place actually looks different than how it was. This crane, it's not a thing anymore. I think it got removed in season 3, and there's just a llama on top, dude. In this building right here, it looks different, dude. Like, now it's all like, it has more of a marble instead of a brick color for the walls, and now like it's all revamped, dude, and you still can't go through those windows. So you would just walk in, dude. This is actually, it brings me so much nostalgia. Once again, you couldn't build on the 2nd floor, dude. This was such a frustration for Reboot, and that's like, this was one of the main reasons why I got hated. And this building, dude, it has upgraded the like in season 1 for a bit, and I think in season 2 it definitely got revamped. But I think in season 3 and 4 it really hasn't changed much since then. But it, like, literally, it's just a square with all sorts of windows around it, and it only has 2 sides of railing and some chests, dude. I mean, construction contact as a whole, it's a good POI. Dude, in this mountain right here, this was called Metal Mountain. This was not the expedition yet. The newer version. Bugs me that there's no castle here. The whole biome just looks so empty besides the fort being here. Literally, these 2 mountains right here were pretty much useless in season 1 and 2 because there was just nothing there. This was, it was just a lake, dude, with all sorts of lily pads on it. It was called Leaping Lake right here. And it really wasn't that good, dude. It was just 1 chest. I'm glad it's a landmark. And here we have the original middle island called the Dome. This middle island has changed every season. It has been through a lot. And the whole Dome, this is actually the best version though, because it actually had a lot of loot around it and there was actually stuff going on within it. Now it's just a flat island with some crystals and stuff around it. It did still have the skydive thing. Yeah, dude, this is the original Dome Road, and this is where we had the Season 1 live event, which no one showed up to. Alright, now we go into Season 2. Okay, dude, this season right here, Season 2, it was kind of crazy. Like, the whole aftermath, like, this was after the expedition got blown up from the 0 point. This really was a horrible replacement. I do like that we have a crater here. This is something that I don't think a BR has done before. But literally all it was just a massive crater with just a few chests in it. And it was kind of a downgrade from the original expedition. And also in Season 2, we also got the change to some of the buildings around the map, because this is where I learned that you have to build off prop for buildings. So here you have this building, in which let's actually add a door here that, yeah, like see, there you go, you can build. And we had this building be revamped also. It has like more railings on the side now and more chests. So did Whispering Woodland. This building is bigger now. Yeah, so pretty much all the buildings that were built off prop, which is pretty much like every building, it got revamped so now you could build on the second floors. Okay, in the snow biome, we also got a new change. This is just an outpost that was here. This is definitely a good addition to the snow biome, especially since the snow biome was already horrible to land at. But yeah, this is just an outpost that you could land at if you want some loot. There's a llama. This is the after effects of what happened in the Season 1 live event. This is also a downgrade because I think you had the same amount of chests around it. It's just like you didn't have the chests that were like actually on top of the dome with the brown terrain. It did not have the skydive effect, which also was a downgrade to it, so really no one landed here unless if you're in zone. And ancient aspects, it also got a new change. It's not called ancient aspects anymore, it's called just outpost. What that did pretty much is just it made it like an outpost, but it's a better version than the one in the snow biome. A lot of people wanted to land here more often just because of this change. Alright, now here we have the highlight of the season. This is where the expedition, they make their way to the mountain, and this is what made the season fire, because you had a vault that was all the way up here. It was a really good vault actually. You got all sorts of chest spawns. There were supply drops right here, unreleased, and that's what made it good. You had guards here. You didn't have just one boss, you had some guards with it, and that also is what made this POI really good. And you had that music that was really annoying every time you came in here. Yeah, so this was Season 2. Let's move on to Season 3. Okay, here we go in Season 3. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that Season 3 was probably the worst season, but if I'm being honest, I feel like Season 1 may have been worse, because the map didn't look fully developed, the loot pool was weird, you couldn't build on second floor buildings, and you didn't have vaults or anything. This season, you had a big change to the snow biome, which you had Crumble Castle, which gave in another vault and a boss. This season, actually, in my opinion, now that I'm looking back, it's probably way better than Season 1. Like, we had cannons in the game that you could use to get across the map. And the cannons were not really used much, but they were very good for mobility. And the aftermath got placed with a village. Now, here's the thing. If we went it my way, we wouldn't have had this village. We would have had probably nothing besides the castle. He gave me the idea, telling me that we should put something here because the aftermath is horrible. And you know what? Fine, let's just do it. Let's see how it turns out. And this is how it turns out. This POI is actually good. I've seen a lot of people land here at first, but as soon as it started getting nerfed, due to memory, people started landing here much less frequently. And now this POI isn't really as good as it used to be. I don't really see too many people landing here. And there is no more vaults in the expedition. It's just completely wiped out. And these buildings right here, they're both still the same, except this one right here. This part of this building, it got blocked off in the latest update. So now you only have this side to work with. Which honestly, the expedition is not really as good as it was in Season 2, but you can still land here. And yeah, this is obviously just even much more of a worse version of the dome. Because you have the skydive effect now, but now you really don't have any chests around. I think we removed like 2 or 3 from here. And now it's just a skydive effect with rocks, and it is still the same to this day, except with more trees and crystals around it. And we also got Verbos Hill, which replaced Leaping Lake. I think it's still the same. Yeah. It had a decent amount of chests, and you also had, like, there was a chest in here a few days later. Alright, so I think that's gonna be the end of this. We will do a second part to this at the end of the chapter for Rebooted. And yeah, this brings me so much nostalgia, and I can't wait to see what the next seasons of Rebooted are going to be. Please leave a like and subscribe, that's always appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time.